Hey guys, so today we're going to watch a video about Bet Chabad. Now, the thing that is special about this video is not for the Israelis people. This video is made for the Indian audience, explaining them what is Bet Chabad. I'm trying to explain what is Bet Chabad. It's always really confusing and difficult. So I'd love to see how they capture and they understand what Bet Chabad is for Indian people.
Mention the words Chabad house in India, and chances are that many Indians wouldn't know the way to one. Those who do would probably connect the name to terror. The
It's so
26/11
weird that
terror
this is
attacks
how
that saw
you
Mumbai's
see
Chabad
Bet
house
Chabad.
becoming one of the targets.
And Bet Chabad is like
Welcome to
the
Paharganj in
second
the heart
home,
of Delhi.
the second home for
Here,
Jewish people
everyone
in
knows
India.
what the Chabad house is, and someone will actually escort you to the 3-storied building hidden in a maze of streets and by lanes. Chabad house in Paharganj, the first semblance of a home away from home for hundreds of Israelis landing in India.
And it's like a lot of people saying that this is the first place they are going to
The presence
in
of
India.
a Delhi police constable right at the entrance of Delhi's Chabad house is a signal enough that from the security point of view, this is an important venue.
Yeah, but
The scene on the first floor is
it's kind of
baffling.
sad to see that
With
they need to
backpacks
have
and luggage
security.
littered across the entire floor, a clutch of young Israelis hang out. Some relaxing on the floor, others downing a cold drink, yet others charging their phones and laptops. Chaya Mushka, the wife of Rabbi Akiva, who's in charge of this Chabad house, explains to us what a Chabad house is and what it means for those visiting it.
So the Chabad house is an open Jewish house that is like open home that every Jew and that can come, feel home. Our mission in life to love every Jew. It's not matter how he looks, from where he comes from.
The Chabad house is probably the first point of contact with their own people for Israelis visiting India. It's a comfort zone that allows them some familiarity before venturing out to explore exotic, bewildering India. Ask any of these youngsters why they chose India, and given India's famously popular anarchy, the answer is unsurprising. A long holiday in India has almost become a formal ritual after the rigorous and compulsory military training that all Israeli youth undergo after completing their studies.
I came for 2 months, and I finished the army, and everybody when you finish the army in Israel, they come to India or like Thailand or stuff because we need to relax and we need to see something that we didn't see in Israel, and it's special. It's another style of living.
But it's not that only Israeli youth visit India. Pensioners like Shaike too are among those who like to come.
I think India is a very, very interesting country. There are many kinds of face to India. The south is something else, and the north is something else. And the people are very kind. They like to help and ask you everything. If you want help, if you need something, it's something amazing.
Then there are those who have been to India before and have chosen to come back because of something else India is famous for.
We really love here. It's really nice. We can travel for 6 months here. We cross India from the south to the north, and we love the life here.
Israelis swarm Paharganj and the area around Chabad house. That shows just how comfortable they feel here. Here there are shops with signs in Hebrew, and what's more,
It's so
many
weird.
shopkeepers address them quite fluently in their own tongue. Expectedly, business is booming here.
I've been dealing with them since 12 years. So yes, I speak a little bit Hebrew and all. They come, they have heard about my shop and all, so they come and buy here, and then speak to them in Hebrew, and it's like quite, it creates a friendly environmental thing, like while you're in the shop, to make them feel comfortable and make them feel home. And it's fun to work with them.
Rabbi Akiva, the man in charge of Delhi's Chabad house, has been here for 6 years now and is very upbeat about the ties Israel shares with India and why so many Israelis come to India.
India is very a spiritual place, and they are coming to look for it, and India is the best place to do it from all over Asia and all over the world. So India, I think, exactly what they are looking for.
The symbolism of Prime Minister Modi's meeting with 10-year-old Moshe is not lost on Rabbi Akiva. Moshe was but a baby when his parents were killed in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, and his nanny fled with him in her arms.
Not just because of high-tech or different things. As we can see, that the Indian government help us with the security, and that that Modi is gonna visit and meet Moshe. It shows us that really India and Israel, they are very connected, and really everyone wants to help the other one.
Shalom, namaste. Namaste.
Shalom or Namaste, Falafel or Firni, whichever it might be, Israelis arriving in India in droves live and love India with a passion, with occasional visits to Chabad houses whenever homesickness comes over them. In New Delhi with video journalist Kapil Kumar, Raghavendra Rao, WION.
I'm kind of happy that they made this video, because a lot of time I'm trying to explain what this Bet Chabad means to Jewish people. Now, Bet Chabad is not just in India. There is Bet Chabad in every country in the world that allows Jewish people to to enter the country. It's just a place where, I know a lot of people think it's kind of weird, because what are you making like a place just for you? Think about it this way. The Jewish people has been suffered for such a long time from murders, pogroms, the Holocaust, the last familiar thing, terror attacks. So this is just a place where you can go and be yourself. This is just like a shelter from everywhere in the world. I know that you think, I know that we're talking about how in India there was never bad stuff or something against Jewish people, except the Mumbai terror attack that was just against everyone, not just against the Jewish people. But again, it's just something that, as a person who was always feel like they have to run for their lives, it's nice to have some place where you can just relax. Now, why is the Bet Chabad in India is so important? And this is not just, there is this Bet Chabad, but India is a huge place, and there are a lot of different Bet Chabad in everywhere in India. The thing is that India is such a spiritual place, and for people from the Judaism, some people feel like they want to, see something different, but at the same time, they still want something spiritual and meaningful, not just, travel to, places just to see crazy stuff, or just, for the extreme and stuff. A lot of people also want a vacation, but something that the soul will still continue to, feel important. So this is why India is such a big part of our culture, because your history is old like us. Your temples, your different types of way of life, the religion, the way of it's all so familiar. And when we're talking sometimes about stories from the folklore of Hinduism, we're always comparing them to Judaism, and there's a lot of similarity, even with small things like the shadi, the way you guys are having your weddings. Are there several things that are similar to the Jewish wedding? So there's so many small things that are so similar that at the same time, when you look at this when you look at the bigger picture, you don't really see the connection between Israel and India. But when you're trying to focus and you see all these small details, that are making Israelis want to travel to India, because they feel like this is also a place where they can, where the soul can, experience different things, when they can see different views, meet different people, but at the same time still save this agent thing that is making sure that we're all, connected in some weird way. I think this is why a lot of Jewish people are traveling to India. And Bet Chabad is just a place for us to remember who we are while we are experiencing and exploring different types of beliefs and faith and different spirituality things. So yeah, this, I'm really glad they made it. I really like this. Is actually for the Indian audience, so this is really interesting to see how they decided to present it to the people of India, not to the people of Israel. Which, by the way, the accents they all had, this is like the accent I have when I'm getting angry. I'm just like, I'm dropping the trying to speak proper English. Not that I can. I'm just like, my Israeli accent is kicking in. So it's really funny to see Israeli accent on a show for Indian audience. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Write down in the comments, have you been to Bet Chabad? What do you know about Bet Chabad? Yeah, what is your experience with this? Write down in the comments. I'd love to read them, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.